Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 15th week of Couch to Clutch series. You can see I have my background of my balcony today. Um, yeah, looks like a better place to sit at and have this conversation. So, yeah, last week, how did it go? Let's get into it. So, as you can see from here, freshness score is pretty good for a reason. Last week, I skipped a few in- interval sessions, I would say. The first crisscross neuromuscular power sprints. Um, but yes, last week was not as hard as the week before. It was 767 the week before, and last week it was 616. Um, and the only one that I really pushed was this run. Um, the HM pace interval run, which I finished at 7:33 pace, 13.6 kilometers at 1 hour 42. And then I just did a zone 2 on Sunday. And Monday I took it a little off and did a strength training session. And this one is the big one on Tuesday. The 105 intervals. It had uh, six intervals, 1 minute 45 seconds. And I had to run pretty hard for this. I was on the verge of vomiting at the last. Um, so this was my maximal effort, I would say. Good that this 105 intervals got introduced, and I was willing to just go out and do my best in that. So this is the one. Ah, hmm, pretty nice locale. And let's see the laps. The laps were pretty good. It was just that adding 15 seconds to 90 seconds becomes hell lot difficult when you start it for the first time, of course. So 350 meters, the first interval, 4.54 pace. Then 360 meters, 451, 452, 451, 451, 445. This was the last interval, 445. So yeah, it was pretty consistent. I was aiming for under 5 pace, and I did that. And I was pretty happy about that, but it was near maximal effort. So after that, I went for a ride the next day on Wednesday, but then my bike got punctured. Um, so I kind of did my HM pace intervals on Thursday, and did not go well because it was very hot. 7:30 in the morning, it was hot, and then I had to do it till 9:45 or 9. And then I had to come in between, take a bath, and then go back. So not great. The pace had dropped from last week, 827 pace average. Even though the TSS is huge, 156. And yeah, it was a tough one in the heat. So yeah, uh, better to do it in the mornings in 5:36 a.m. ish. I think temperature differences do have a lot of effect on your performance. Oh yeah. Okay, and my bike is back from the store where I went to. It was Peddler's Point this time, in Gachibowli, and they did a pretty good job with the puncture and replacing the tire. And they did tell me that on Sunday there is a individual time trial which will be 25 to 30 kilometers. I don't know which one is right. But anyway, so yeah, tomorrow not gonna be hard interval. Probably this one I'll do it and then take a massage. And on Sunday I'll skip this VO2 max intervals and instead I'll do the race. There are like 12 to 14 people on that race. So not a lot of people, but the racing scene in Hyderabad is not great at this moment. In Bangalore, it's much better, but in Hyderabad, not great. So, all right, just 12, 14 people. Let's see how they do in the individual time trial, and then we'll see where I place in that. I'll probably have to pace myself a little slower than the HCL cyclothon Bangalore that I did. I was going well above 160 HR and well above 300 watts in the beginning because I had to catch the front peloton. But this time it's just individual time trial, no drafting, no racing with other people. So it's just you against the clock, which is very much my territory. Uh, I think I'm much better at ITT than racing at this point because I don't have much race experience, but ITT experience I do have a lot because everyone just trains on a daily basis in individually, right? So I do that, and then it becomes much easier for me to pace myself as I want. So yeah, initial start, I think I'll stick to sub threshold 155, 156 HR cap and power maybe around, I don't know, wherever it takes me, 230, 240 watts, and then drop it to 210, 200 probably. And then in the last 5 kilometers, I can go crazy as much as I want, probably VO2 max, threshold pace, whatever. So we'll see how it goes. So interesting ITT coming up, uh, organized by Peddlers Point. So if HRC, the Hyderabad Racing Circuit, is not doing it, at least someone is doing it. Good. So we'll see where we are on Sunday, and then I'll give a report next week where how did we finish and what happened. Uh, I think I'm in the right spot around freshness and fitness as well, which feels great because fatigue is going down a little bit and form, yes, form is no longer negative. It is now balanced. So another day of easy ride would make the form even better, and I'll be ready for Sunday. So yeah, feeling good. Okay. Next week, what do I have? 105 intervals. Yes. And this is the main one, the main block. How many? 6 repeats. Okay. Not a big deal. And then the run. It is 14.7 kilometers at HM pace. Okay. Doable. And the rest is the same. Neuromuscular, threshold plus VO2 max. Cruise intervals, aerobic variable, getting all the strength training sessions. Great. Same stuff. So okay. Um, looks like the week is set. The goal is also set, and fatigue is also managed. Now let's come back to our interesting part of our video, which is my cycling race performance equation and what are the things that make recovery much better, because all of these things put stimulus, but then recovery is equally important, or else you miss super compensation. Yeah, where is that? Yeah, there it is. Recovery phase. Yeah, after the training stimulus. If this doesn't go well, there is no muscle hypertrophy and no supercompensation. So important recovery. And one thing that I In the last episode, I think I talked about vitamin D3 along with that vitamin B12. These are the not just performance supplements. I think these are supplements no matter who you are. If you're a human being, these two are important because mm, usually these are the two things that are usually found lower in normal sedentary lifestyle that we have these days. So vitamin B12 costs very less. Water soluble vitamin essential for red blood cell formation, nerve function, and energy metabolism. Uh, I think people don't understand energy metabolism that well, but how important it is for your daily, you know, physical and mental, you know, well-being. Deficiency is very common in vegetarian diets, and because of that, energy metabolism becomes very important for people in general, I would say. And daily 500 to 1500 um, of mcg milligrams won't really hurt you. Or weekly higher dose is also recommended, but then you have to go and see a doctor, take some tests, and see where your vitamin B12 is. Usually, it is on the lower side for everyone. Uh, what time of the day should you take it? Morning, even empty stomach, or before food? What is the primary targeted variable here for our race equation? Oxygen transport, which is impacted by RBC production, and energy metabolism. Um, RBC, when you go on higher altitudes, also increases, but that is only for a few weeks when you come back. But vitamin B12 is the most important thing. It can be found in certain uh, food, natural food, I think mostly in meats and eggs and stuff. But if you're vegetarian, vitamin B12, just go for it. There is very little downside, and there is a lot of upside. So definitely one of the most important supplements out there. Um, Secondary target variable, of course, cognitive clarity, nerve health, endurance capacity, all of that. Those helps. Every bit of these protocols help like 1 or 2% on your performance. But when you stack one on top of another, that's when you will get maximum benefits. Just doing one or two doesn't really, probably the one or two that you need to do is the vitamin B T3 and vitamin B12. The rest are like not really important for any sedentary lifestyle people. But when you are pushing yourself, um, there's a lot of physical stress that you are putting yourself through. These recovery protocols, I think, are become more and more important then. Okay. The measurable marker is, of course, serum B12 levels, which can be easily done from a blood test. Optimal is 500 to 900. Hemoglobin, reduced fatigue, all of those are measurable markers. Costs very low. There's a file of polybion, I think it's called. It's a it's a bottle. You can just take one sip in the morning. That's all. So yeah, that's another protocol for the week, and I'll be back with another uh, another sleep protocol, I would say, in the next week. Till then, keep shining, and I'll get you. We'll get to see what happens on Sunday on the race. So keep shining, and see you next week. This is Rajit, and this is Diary of a Cyclist. Bye bye.